Hi, and welcome to our first video review session with Rosie and No Bones About It Puppy Day School. The purpose of our first week's video is to get you familiar with some of the words we use, some of the important things that you should and shouldn't be doing with your food rewards, your body language, all that kind of stuff. So I'll do some quick demos at the end, but first and foremost, my goal in this program is to develop a puppy that, yes, they're going to learn some obedience skills along the way. Sit, down, leave it, go to your bed, come when called. All very important, walk on the leash. But my overall goal is to develop a puppy that is responsive to you. When you say that puppy's name, what are you looking for? What is it? That puppy is immediately tuned into you. For a puppy like Rosie, be more confident. Don't let all the little things wig you out. So we're gonna build on a lot of things in our foundation skills that are, again, just building her confidence. When I reach out to grab you, don't have that be so startling. When something changes dramatically, don't have that be a cue to meltdown. So there are things that we can be doing every single day to build those skills. So let's talk about her food situation. Yes, we're going to try to work in our food rewards for her in a way that she can tolerate. I think yesterday was our day 2, and we probably went overboard with just quantity in addition to lunch and training and all those kinds of things. It probably, and whatever else you were doing for additives at home, it probably was just too much. So today I'm giving her a little bit of a break on her tummy and really not using a lot of treats, and when I do, they're going to be just her little Charlie bears. We can utilize voice, touch, all those kinds of things to try to build enthusiasm for her training as well. So let's talk about food though. When we have food, whether it's in a pouch, whether it's in our hands, we never want it sitting out as something that is visual to the dog. Even though they may be very well aware that we have it on our body, you don't want it to become part of your training process. So I'm either, when I have treats in my hands, and I'm gonna stand up in a minute and you're not really gonna be able to see me, but you'll be able to see how I'm working with the dog. Hi, can you come over here? So again, when I have my treats, they are going to be either slightly behind my back, or maybe just in my pants, or at my side in a neutral position, okay? So I'm gonna demo for you just a couple of our skills that we're working on. It's all I want you to focus on this weekend. They are called Name Game, and we are gonna be working on the gotcha game, or the collar grab, okay? Name Game is all about sort of that skill. Again, it's a foundation for everything we're gonna do. I say your name, you stop what you're doing, and you look at me and you focus. Oh, thank you. She's really tired. We've had a long morning. So what that consists of is saying her name. You only get to say it one time. We'll talk about what to do if you don't get that responsiveness. But you get to say her name one time. When she starts to turn her head towards you, we're going to use what we call a marker word. It is the word yes. It is outlined in your handbook. It is going to mark the exact moment that she does what we're looking for, and rewards will follow. It's really important that you utilize that marker word, because she will come to know, oh, when I hear that word, I've done what you're looking for. So for Name Game, it's simply a head turn, okay? So when she is not looking at me, and hey, even with your Charlie bears, you can like break those into quarters so you're not blowing through so many treats like during the day or during a training session. I'm just gonna get her to I'm just gonna toss this little thing to get her to walk away from me. And then I'm going to, oh, that didn't work very well. My timing's not so good. Here we go, go find that. Go find that. Rosie! Okay, so she didn't look at me. I said her name, she didn't look at me. what I'm not going to do is continue to repeat her name. I'm going to stop. I'm going to figure out what can I do to be more successful on round 2. Okay, so this time I'm not going to let her get too distracted. Maybe just, again, what's that? What's that? Rosey! Yes! Good girl. Okay, so where are my treats? Behind my back. Okay. Rosey! Yes. That time I looked for her eyeballs to meet my eyeballs before I gave that marker word. Rosey! Yes. Okay, so, I mean, I'm not making this difficult. And again, I just broke her one Charlie bear into like 5 pieces. So we're just giving tiny, tiny little pieces of treats. Okay, the other thing, so name game, simply her name, you get the head turn or eye contact, you say yes the minute that's happening. And then your retreats follow at a more leisurely pace. You can even use kibble for this because we go through a lot of name game. And the second thing I'm working on with her, which is imperative for kind of her spookiness about stuff, is what we call collar grab or the gotcha game. I never want her to be wigged out by me quickly reaching towards her or doing something strange. So all I'm going to do is, in the beginning, reach out, grab her collar, and deliver a treat. Okay, I'm going to stand up so you can see what this looks like a little bit better. Reach out, put a little pressure. She doesn't want to move towards me yet. That's okay. Hi, good girl. Good girl. If you can see her eyeballs right now, when I do that, her eyeballs are like, I'm not sure why this is happening. She's tired, so she's not like moving away from me too much. But when we were practicing this yesterday, I had to go very slow and just like reach out really gently, hold on to her and deliver a treat. Reach out really gently, deliver a treat. I want to work up to the point where I can really quickly move towards her and have her want to move towards me versus backing away. Okay. But I need to work at a pace where she is comfortable. Meaning, if I reach out and I try to put any pressure and she backs away from me, back off with the pressure and just deliver the treat. Do that for a while until she's willingly, when I get my hand on that collar, moving in towards me. And then we'll work up to just other things like, again, you just never want to be in a place where something startles your pup and they bolt or they take off. So even just pairing a lot of positive reinforcement around things that she is uncertain about. We went to the dog, but like really mellow. Actually, we were in Sausalito today. Very few dogs in this very large dog park. I'm not a big dog park person, but it's right where we do a lot of training, video training, and she was okay. But she wasn't thrilled about it. It was a lot, and barely any other dogs were coming up to her. But we were just, but they're strange people, whatever. So we were just working on happy tones of voice. Be really cautious about that also, your tone of voice with her. We tend with a dog like this to become like, oh, it's okay, consoling. Don't use that tone of voice. Happy. Everything is cool. Everything's, it reminds me of the Lego movie. Everything is awesome. But you want to use happy tones of voice with her. So it's like, oh my gosh, what is that? Treat, treat, treat. Oh, that guy's not spooky, I swear. Treat, treat, treat. Maybe again, behind my back so she feels safe. Toss treats on the ground. We talked about this day one. Don't let strangers approach her and try to be her friend. Okay? Just be like, hey, I'm going to give her a couple treats and then just walk away. We're working on training. She's a little bit nervous. People trying to be her friend when she is not ready for that is not necessarily helpful. And again, utilizing your happy voice versus like, oh, what is that? Check it out. Check it out. That's cool. That's like, oh, that guy with that hat, that's not weird. Here you go, cookies. Versus the consoling, because they know all of a sudden your voice is weird and you're talking in a different tone that's not your happy, playful tone. They go, interesting. Maybe there is something to be nervous about here. So caution around that. And again, her first week this week is just getting her confident in this environment. She's made she loves her little new friends. And we've worked on some other stuff, but I just don't want you to focus on that stuff this weekend. All I want you to do is work on name game and your collar grab. Oh man, I also want to work on hand targeting. So we'll do another quick little segment and show you hand targeting. I don't have any more treats with me that are appropriate for her, so maybe we'll do that. What was that? What was that spooky noise? What was that? I don't know. So maybe after nap time, we'll do another quickie for that. And those are the 3 things that you'll work on. They're all in your handouts that you'll get, and each week you'll get your video review session. And hey, can you come over here so you can say goodbye to everybody? Yeah. So we'll do a little add-on at the after nap time with the hand targeting. And hopefully she'll be a little bit more perky, so she's not gonna be so tie. But she had a great first week. We'll see ya. Here's our second installment of training for today. We're just gonna run through a couple. Hey, up. Yes. Okay, again, using teeny tiny little pieces of her treats. Very good. Down. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Okay, very nice. All right, so the thing that I wanted to talk to you about was a concept called the touch game or hand targeting. And basically Rosey? Yes, good girl. All we're doing with hand targeting is getting the dog to touch their nose to the palm of my hand. So I'm gonna make it really simple in the beginning. Touch. Up, touch. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Try to break these. There we go. Touch. Yes. Touch. Okay, if I put my hand out and I say touch and she doesn't move towards it right away, I'm going to pull my hand back and I'm going to start over. Touch. Really distracting. I'm not sure you can see heads bobbing up here, but I've got all of these other little puppies right here on the other side. All right, you want to go up there? Touch. Yeah, usually this isn't a good way to practice this. Come here. Ready? We'll find it. Normally, I want her standing, not sitting, and I want her to make a pretty obvious movement with my body language, okay? So it's not just like put your hand out here. Movement is sort of what's going to make her curious to come check this out. Rosey, touch. Yes. Good girl. And I'm going to deliver the treat right at that target hand. Touch. Touch. Okay, it can help to have her moving first. Touch. Yes. Okay, so if she's just standing there in front of me, that might not be the easiest way. Rosey. Yes. Touch. Yes. Good. Touch. Touch. Yes. Very nice. Okay, so you get the idea. Let's come over here a little bit closer. Sit. Yes, very nice. So why do we teach hand targeting? Okay. Hand targeting is an awesome behavior to teach a puppy because it is a fantastic thinking activity that I can do anywhere, anytime, if I'm on a walk, if I meet somebody new and your puppy's freaking out. What I need is to not tell them, oh, it's okay. I mean, I can do that. I can toss treats on the ground. But what's really helpful is to have an active thinking behavior that they've been rewarded for so many times that can take their mind off of the thing that's creating any kind of reactivity, barking, hiding, crouching, or lunging, anything. Could be just excitement. It doesn't have to be anxiety related, okay? So let's say I meet somebody and I've got some uncomfortableness happening. I can, off to the side or while she's not looking at that person, touch, do hand targeting. Anytime you can think about something other than the thing that is causing some distress, it's helpful. Rosey! Yes, good girl. Yay!
Yes, good girl. Very nice.
So, hand targeting, your name game, your
Gotcha. Should we try that again? Gotcha. Good girl. Good girl.
anytime you can be working in 5 or 10 repetitions of this stuff over the weekend here and there, that's what I want you doing.